Well, howdy folks. Hey, thanks for joining me again. I wanted to do a really quick follow-up on a video I recently did on the Reolink Duo 2 PoE camera. I had some issues with it when I installed it, and I mentioned that I would do a follow-up on it. I'll put a link to the original video up here. I think up here. Maybe up here. I don't know. One of those two places. And you can go watch that if you haven't seen it. Otherwise, this is basically a follow-up on their customer support. Because of the issue I had of not being able to record audio, I had to contact their customer support. I could not find anything except an email of a way to get a hold of them. So my experience with customer support wasn't bad. It just took some time. And because it's done by email, I'm assuming they're probably overseas. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying that when I would send an email, I wouldn't get an answer until the next day. So sometime late night, early morning, when they would send me an email. So it took 3 emails to get to this. So basically 3 days or 3 nights, however you want to look at it. I sent the initial email, got a response in less than 24 hours. They asked for some additional information on what firmware I had on my current device. After I sent that to them, they came back and said that I needed to update my firmware, make sure and set it to auto update, which it was already on auto update, and they were going to push an update for that device because for some reason it didn't auto update before. So I went through all that, set all that up, went back the next day, checked the firmware. It still was the same. It was not the right firmware. Tried to do it through checking the firmware for this device, blah, 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 see if there's anything. It always came up, your firmware is the current version. So then I had to send them an email saying, well, I did all that, but it's still saying the firmware is the current version. So then the next day, I checked my email, and I get a response from them, and it said they were having problems with their auto updates. Things didn't seem to be going through correctly. So they sent me a file and wanted me to do it manually. Had good instructions. It was easy. Drop the file into a USB drive, put the USB in my NVR, clicked a couple buttons on the NVR, and it downloaded the firmware, rebooted. Now everything works fine. I can now record audio and everything on my cameras. So the support wasn't bad. It just took some time. It would have been a lot shorter with a phone call or even a live chat. They would have walked me through that a little bit better. Since it was email, they only answered once a night. So it took 3 nights to get it. But anyway, it did work out. So as soon as I updated the firmware, everything was good. So I don't have any issues there. And everything's working as it should. All right, so thank you all for watching. Hey, if you get a chance, be sure and subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that. Again, in this one, there'll be links to the products if you're interested in those. And I do appreciate it. I thank you very much. And I pray that God blesses you, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.